Keep it lit. AfterDark. I'm all about the Benjamins, ain't I be running to the shows, I ain't never had the stage right. Freak them hoes on a late night, hey. And in the daylight, gotta get my cake right. Ain't about nothing that we can't buy. To be around me, a nigga gotta have a great mind. It's 4-5, not an 8-5. And waving 4 fingers in that pussy nigga ain't mine. I got about the streets, hey, and got focus on the cheese. For me, my brother did a 7 P's. For them licks, I owe that nigga everything. I ain't nothing like you bitches, I'm a G. The 7 letter and a fucking P. You bitches serving pussy for a fee. Brother, please, that can never be me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working. Friday, Saturday, running into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling. I be getting money. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working. Friday, Saturday, running into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling. I be getting money. Speaking on me, gon' make a situation better. Playing it on quick compared to me, they'll never measure. If she talking pressure, know I'm with whatever. Going undefeated, I'm a heavyweight stepper. Your mama raised a hoe, and my mama raised a hustler. Thinking we the same as where you really had me fucked up. I don't knock the hoes, baby girl, I'm just not one. Why I got my knots up, you was getting knocked up. Hey, it's only bands, brother, only bands. Little bitch, you scared to hustle, so you got an OnlyFans. Out here doing numbers, must be hit the rolling dance. Independently funded, and they needed no advance. Don't hate on me, I've been grinding through the week. No days off, no sleep. I'm pushing those foreign keys. L-I-T. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working. Friday, Saturday, running into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling. I be getting money. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working. Friday, Saturday, running into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling. I be getting money.
BFG 300 shit.
Let's stick to the money conversations as the lately I've been reaching. Blew the bag to get them cases closed, dismisses and repeated. I paid the cost to be the boss. It's only right a nigga beat it. Lately battling against the odds and sucker shit. No, I can't be with. I've been broke before, got rich, some more see money coming bleed. See niggas switch up on their gases, get painted on tall tees. And back doors been flapping open. Ain't no peace inside these streets. If my partner fuck with the sucks, then on my partner I might breathe. This Glock 30, hold 30 while throwing 30 while I squeeze and cuffing please when they're a nigga like what the fuck you niggas think? They don't keep in gang business, they talk to hoes and the police. So what I took if you lost, you can't get back from biting cheese, nigga.
Hey, need a plug on the work, I can call Hector. 40 plus on the Gleek, that's a Chris Vector. Christian moves on my feet, bitch, that's light work. I watch me put them in the air just how I kite.
Keep it street, but most niggas don't keep it gangster. He go with rap, but not the block, gon' get your rank up. Break it out the bitch and whip the arm and hammer. Be cautious about the niggas this round, you niggas be walking cameras on gang.
You niggas tricking on a bitch, I'm getting to the cheese. Yo, bitch, pussy wetter than a 7 C's. 5-inch ARPs, we got 10 of these. Fresh nickel, two-tone with the lemon squeeze. Catch them up in traffic, jacking up on you niggas' cars. Let this smacker play through if you fuck with bars. It's BFG tackle game, we don't fuck with stars. Turn this block into a range if you fuck with ours. Christian lose on my feet, that was 3K. The bitch is broke on a trick, I'm on deep weight. Now I don't fuck with gold those Glocks, they got a delay. Negative. Heavy stepper in the game like it's EA. Nigga plug on the work, I can call heck. 40 plus on the gleek, that's a Chris fake. Christian moves on my feet, bitch, that's light work. Now watch me put them in the air just how I kite.
Keep it street, but most niggas don't keep it gangster. He go a rapper, not the block, gon' get your rank up. Break it out the bitch and whip the arm and hammer. Be cautious about the niggas, it's right, you niggas be walking cameras. On gang.
EJ Beats.
I'm tired of the fake ass love they be giving. Say you ain't the same, but I'm knowing you ain't different. Off a perk right now, I was getting in my feelings. I think people try to hurt me just to see if I'm a feeling. I was trying to feel some things I ain't felt in a little minute. I was giving you my heart, my last came with it. You was shooting for the stars, I was shooting for a million. I was young and I ain't understand, I'm older now I get it. Come my phone, what you doing, bitch, I'm working, I ain't chilling. Say you love me when I'm down, but hate it when I'm winning. I was sober for some years, but I got a junkie in me. Family in the chain gang, I ain't seen them in a minute. Black tea, black sheep, I'm the one that you had left eye. Stars in the roof, now I'm headed to the west side. Never fall in love with a bitch, I know she ain't mine. Treat her like the rolling on the wrist, watch her pass time. Used to be in love, but I learned my lesson back then. I just want a hoe who do it better than my last bitch. I'm pouring up the red, Kayla told me I was damn me. Got problems in my head, baby, I come with some bad hits. But got it coming home, I don't wanna see his mama cry. Big boss, I ain't tripping if a nigga gotta die. Tryna get them M's for that pain in his mama eyes. I gotta be headstrong, but deep down it's hurting me inside. I was down bad, had to call the plug back. I know the script, I'm sticking to it like a thumb tape. I cut him off for playing games, how you love that? Shawty got the thuggin' with my heart, I had to thug back. I can press a button on you, bitch, kill a pop off. Wanted to look out for my daddy, you were locked up. Wanna see my cousin one more time, but she boxed off. Graveyard talking to the dead, bitch, I'm chopped off. Cut it from the bottom, now I'm CEO and business. Granny told me never ever put no trust up in these bitches. When they speaking from mistakes that they ain't made, you gotta listen. I'll be working till the sun comes up, I ain't fit. My brother told me keep that thing on me. I get to myself like, what they changed on me? Yeah, I'ma pull up on you, gas tank on me. If you love me like you say you do, you gotta show me something, I gotta see.
Niggas know me, been off the points is like back when.
Captain,
field, bitch,
stick around.
Something like the Pac-10.
Gangland, we around this motherfucker, baby.
Oh, man, bitch, stand on that. To the head, I'll show a nigga's feelings. My ninth and wood, nigga, up the street from the village.
We ain't in it, you niggas don't turn no blocks, we ain't in it.
Make sure you put him down, never leave a witness. No love for the suckers, never on forgiveness. Stomp down on these niggas, cause niggas is big. Ooh, about to blow something. Man got the stick, about to hold something.
Ooh, y'all know what it is. It's Gangland TV. Sit there and live. Hit the like button. Don't be boosty. And subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell, man. That shit easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Subscribing. That's free as fuck. Hit the notification bell. That's free as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That shit's free.
Gang in the field, bitch, we be something like the Pac-10.
Oh shit, Miss Cynthia. Miss Cynthia done changed her picture. What's going on, Miss Cynthia? Miss Cynthia done changed her picture. Who else in this motherfucker? Carly C. Anonymous Angel. One nigga Chris in this motherfucker. Hey man, hey. Nigga run. Nigga run. Nigga, she about to, nigga run. Or bitch, you better run, bitch. Oh shit. We got Mama in the building. Come on, man. Who else we got in this motherfucker? We got Boss Lady 501. Hey, we gotta switch that around, man. On 510. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Who else we got? Juicy. Come on, man. We around this motherfucker. Come on, man. Don in this motherfucker. Come on, man. We up in here. Ann Lloyd. What's going on? Yeah, man. Hey, this, if y'all wondering who this is in this picture, that's that nigga Khalil. This nigga was, I guess his, what's called ain't working right, man. This nigga out of school. This nigga work. Hold on, y'all, real quick. We back. Yeah, this nigga works at a school. I don't know if he's a custodian. I don't know if said what this nigga is in that motherfucker, but this nigga work in a school. Like the young lady said, yo, I go to my daughter's school to go get paperwork. Look who comes out of the school to give me the paperwork. Khalil Cooke. That took a friend, a beautiful smile, a beautiful bright smile, Shanquilla. I'm gonna get him out of that school. I promise you. She said, I'm gonna get him out of that school. I promise you that. I'm gonna fight to get him fired. You don't need to be working with no children. You sick. Your days are over, little bruh. Yeah, this shit hella small. I can't even see really. What the fuck? They say I got you. They say y'all putting our children, or supposed to say, oh, y'all putting our children in danger, and your principal gonna hear my fucking mouth. I don't give a fuck. Damn. So she drops off. She goes to get some paperwork from her kid's school, and Lord behold, who comes about that motherfucker? Khalil Cooke. She said Khalil Cooke came out that motherfucker. What? Come on, man. What's going on, man? How's this nigga working in the school? How's this nigga working around kids? I'm confused. What's going on, man? Like, fuck you working around kids for, bro? And you think you a model, bro? You're not a model, bro. If any model, you the model. If they want to show a motherfucker that ain't a real friend, you could be the model for that. They can model you for that. Or you want model or something, nigga, they can show you. They like, y'all want to see a motherfucker who ain't shit, a bitch ass nigga. You can model for that. You see what I'm saying? Like, fuck is you modeling, nigga? Fuck out of here, nigga. It's a bitch. But now you're working around kids at school. Yeah. He got his hands on his hip. Zesty. He's disaster. You know that nigga Ben, he's disaster. Nigga sit there, nigga like, bro, you working around kids, bro. You working around kids, bro. That's the crazy part. You're working around kids, nigga. Oh man, was this nigga working around kids? Being zesty though, and now you're working around kids. What's going on, man? Like how is these motherfuckers is able to work? And then you really lied to the mama though. You know you really lied to the mama. That's supposed to be your friend. You lied to that mama, bro. You lied to that mama. Chris, what's going on, gang?
Some more of it.
That nigga lied to that mama. Now, even with the movie, the movie, not the movie, but the TV series is still up and running. So you know what did the cease and seizure or even talks of a cease and seizure, even like because Ellie brought awareness to the situation. So I don't see, I don't see him taking it down no time soon, due to the fact is they don't have anything to really go on. They covered their ass when they did that story, as far as the characters, the names, and what's going on. But it's the month of October. It's pushing up on a year flat, a year even that this shit didn't happen, and you got to sit back and think and take that into perspective. And what if shit like this happens, right? In last October, September, last October, November, December, what we was talking about. Man, when is gonna be justice? Y'all think it's gonna be justice? How long y'all think it's gonna take to get some justice? What y'all think how long y'all think it's gonna take?
I think it's basically. I think something else gonna happen as far as justice. You
Remember
know,
Gerardo's who nigga, that nigga lied. You little motherfucker, you.
Right, right.
It's me, Mario, head ass nigga, boy.
But if you don't remember, blood, all the motherfuckers was trying to tap in on the same shit you were doing at the same time. Am I lying?
Yeah, that's why I don't be liking motherfucker be mentioning keys and mentioning all this other shit like I'm saying cues and all this shit. Like, bro, I remember when motherfuckers would come over here, get a little information and I'm saying slither through and then like, come on, bro, like they pick and choose where they want to get information from, then go back on their platform and then act like as if they just be like, man, oh man, motherfuckers don't be genuine and shit, bro. But all I know is these individuals are did a crime for surely, bro. Like if this was anybody else, they'd be like, yeah, bro, you will be in jail, bro. If this was America, if that was America, somebody was in jail for surely, for
well,
surely.
the way the streets work, shit would have been handled already.
It would have been handled already.
Let's just keep it 100, and you would have heard about it. You know what I mean? But I think at the end of the day, I always remember what the father said. Father said, "Oh, it's gonna be some justice." And when he said it, I was like, okay. So I mean, again, I feel like at this point, and I ain't trying to be disrespectful to anybody or anybody's system. I think hey, I'm not wishing no bad on folks, but some bad people need to be put away, gangster style.
And I was gonna say that too. It don't matter if they do copy your shit, cause you touch on topics people don't touch on.
I mean, my whole thing is this is information highway. Anybody can research anything, but to call it yours,
Anonymous, what you tell me all the time. You can't learn if you don't want to.
no, you
It's
can't.
You know,
it's,
some
it's
people don't even know how to operate computers and get information. Remember the other day I was telling you how to get the Phoenix body shop, and you're like, well, how you put? I'm like, just go to YouTube and pull it up.
Yep, YouTube University. That's what they call it. But my thing is saying, Gesundheit. Any information is out. Whatever's out there is out there. People put stuff out there all day long. From different sites. different
But
information.
we'll say something, and then it's like next thing you know, they like, oh man, like how y'all over here, y'all ain't even like some people mind work differently. It's like, man, that's why you'll put a motherfucker in a maze and see how long it take them to get out of the maze because they mind work differently. So it's like,
Right.
nigga, your mind not even working to even think of something like that to even happen. It's like, come on, bro, like your mind don't even work like that. So that's why I was like, man, what the fuck? How the fuck a motherfucker come listen and then do all this other shit that go research and then some motherfuckers don't even research. They just get information from motherfuckers. No research a thing. They just get information from motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? And it's like we don't want to keep just go get some information from a motherfucker. I nigga rather us go get it all at the same time on live.
Right.
All at the same time on live. Like no pre getting, you know what I'm saying? Like nigga, hey nigga, we all about to watch this. We all about to see what's to this right now. For the first time, everybody, even the host. You gotta do shit like that sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
you can watch some shit, you can watch a video, watch some content, and be like, okay, I'm gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna make them think this narrative of this content. And that's how that shit go. You don't want to do that. You want to watch it nigga at the same time as the people.
And yeah, and you just say that here's what I found. What do you think?
Exactly.
Shout out
Here's
my
what I
sister
found.
Yanni Bands in this motherfucker.
What
Miss
it
Mhm.
is?
Mayhem. Yanni, Yanni, Yanni. All day Yanni.
Hey,
What's happening there,
you
love?
lying?
Come on, what's happening?
Nothing. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Shit,
What we
Well,
talking
we
about?
having it. Talking about this nigga Khalil working at the school. This lady, she had
Excuse
went
me?
to go drop some papers off, or well, she went to go pick some papers up from her school, her kid's school. She said, "Yo, I got to my daughter's school to go get paperwork. Look who comes out of the school to give me the paperwork, Khalil Cook."
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Oh
You know what?
no.
And I can't blame her for wanting to do that because we really don't want them kind of people around our kids. Let's be 100. I
No, I
know,
don't want that bitch ass nigga around my kid.
hell no, especially if he is a subject. You know what I mean? He's suspect. Excuse me. You know what I mean? Suspect of other things. So my whole thing is like, no, no, no. I don't want none of them motherfuckers around my kids.
Leave it up to Roach. This nigga said. This nigga said. Oh shit! All that nigga got the hoochie mama stance. What the fuck?
Good man,
Yeah,
is
he
that
is.
yeah.
Shout
Every
out
other
Loaded
word
Rose.
is
Shout out
suspect.
Loaded Rose down there. Love you, brother.
That nigga standing like his hips hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on tonight and my hips don't lie.
Yeah, all I got to say is get him out of there. Get him out
I
of
put
there.
my hand up on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip.
You
Head
did.
ass nigga.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Don't get me jumping. But
Thank you, Carly. I love my
just
laugh when I'm
saying.
being petty. Let me stop.
Huh?
She said she loved my laugh always. I said I love my laugh when I'm being petty. Let me stop. Hi, my roach. That's my roach. I seen him crawling up on the wall. I couldn't kill him because I knew that was roach.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, definitely I agree with what she's saying. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I don't know how people either they don't know or they don't care. I don't know how people would hire somebody like that. I mean, uh, doing some dirt. I mean, and ain't no justice been done. So I don't know how people do that. But then again, beast help beast. So
It's
Oh,
just
fuck
like
them.
shit.
that. It's just like that in our community. Other communities is getting justice. Their crimes never going solved. It's just us as a group of people. We need to find our essence again and just go from there.
But you know what's crazy though? It's crazy as hell to me that we didn't loot it. We didn't did all of this for everybody else. But ain't nan person took no action for Shanquilla and nothing in retaliation. I would have been at these motherfuckers' jobs every day until these motherfuckers got arrested. It's like people just don't care. It is what it is. The ones that killed that girl in Mexico, that jumped on that girl in Mexico. Uh-uh. No. He was outside. He told another coworker. He said these two black bitches tried to get me fired, and I mean tried to get me arrested and it didn't work. But you're on a no-fly list, so regardless, if you try to do anything, you're going to jail. The whole point of them not taking you to jail was so that you missed your court and you would have to sit in jail, and then they would have to extradite you back to Panama, which you done at. But you out there talking crazy to another coworker, which is what got your ass landed in jail right after you said something. You seen us walk out, and you were so cocky and gonna tell the next coworker that come out, oh, you know, two black bitches, you're drunk. Two black bitches tried to get me fired. Tried to get me arrested. You just out here popping your shit, so now they about to come get your ass because you still doing it.
But how this nigga get a job at school though? I'm confused. Like,
tell me, brother, terrible.
We don't need this nigga working around our
I already told her.
This nigga is zesty.
Yes, he is.
He'll try anything once looking ass nigga.
He'll try anything. Like, come on, bro. Like, what's going on here? Like, this nigga, I don't fuck with this nigga at all. I don't like this nigga. And the simple fact I don't like this nigga is because at the end of the day, I don't like when my son mama died, bro, that shit could have been prevented. I don't like shit like that, bro. I don't like shit like that because it could have been prevented. And I don't like that nigga, blood, because it could have been prevented. Like, nigga, you said that girl beat that girl and your bitch ass standing right here and you could have jumped in. That could have been prevented, but G.O.D., that could have been prevented. Shanquilla Robinson would still be here, bro. G.O.D., that could have been prevented. She had a friend, or so she thought, that was standing right there. That was a man, bro. Like we were just talking, bro. Let my woman, Yanni, hey man, we punching bitches out. Don't let it be my woman. I'm trying to tell you, I'm putting foot in bitches' ass. Y'all get y'all ass on, I'm swatting them. Ain't no jumping. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a fair one. But as soon as y'all get to jumping, it's the consequences of jumping somebody. They nigga gonna jump in and get the beating ass. So it's like, if this my female friend and this big ass bitch is owner, this bitch is a fucking this bitch shoulders built like John Henry. Bitch look like she built railroad tracks. The fuck? Bitch face flexing like a hoe.
Oh shit.
Buff Bagwell looking ass bitch. On the real. Mark Henry sexual chocolate built ass bitch. motherfucking big ass.
Yo, man, put her picture up, man. Put her picture up. We gotta show
her. That bitch built like a big toe. Get your ass on, bitch. Big
you
ass.
said a big toe.
Yeah. That bitch built like the Grimace from McDonald's. Get your ass on, bitch. Bitch. Oh, mama's dog.
Damn, he went to Grimace way. Oh my god.
That bitch built like that purple McNugget at McDonald's. The Grimace, G.O.D. On the real, man. Yeah, man. Oh, bison back, bitch. Built bitch. Bison. This bitch built like a bison. Bitch, on the real. Big bison back, bitch. On the real. Like, man, what's going on, man? Like, look at this shit. Like, come on, man. Make this make sense.
A fucking bison.
Nah, for real though, man. Bitch look like she threw on tree bark. Baby.
Yeah,
like,
man.
That's why I don't like that shit though, because it could have been prevented. It could have been prevented. This is bump. That shit could have been prevented. All that shit.
See, some people won't step in. Some people not gonna step in. You know, and I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm just saying this is what I'm talking about. Step the fuck in. You know, this shit that was brutal.
Come on, man. Bitch got the chin of a water buffalo. Get your ass on, bitch. Fuck going on, man. Big ass bitch. You mean to tell me, bro, You didn't see this, man. I'm talking about she was that man. She turned into the Hulk. I'm tired of your shit. I'm tired of your shit. Ain't that wild? You hearing her voice? I'm tired of your shit. And she's slanging her. You hear the zesty guy. Damn, Quilla, why you ain't fighting back?
You
Shut
know what
your
was so
ass up.
sick about that?
Her,
You got
nigga.
all the men's in the room with these women. That man, I know she probably was hurt when she died, but I bet her soul was at peace. Like, damn, I'm this motherfucking important. Y'all all hating on me. Jealousy is a motherfucker. Jealousy will get you killed.
Yes, it will.
Jealousy is a disease. It
Yes, it
will
is.
cripple and it will fuck you off. It will sidetrack you. Jealousy is a waste of emotion. But this is what this was about. I don't care what they was doing, what type of money they was living, what profession they was having at that time. We all know she had the bag.
Mm-hmm. Most deaf.
And I'm not taking away from nobody saying they was poorer than her or whatever, because they said they all lived in good neighborhoods, so they all kind of had some money. But at this particular point, at this time of night, they was jealous as a motherfucker. Haters.
I mean, because you could
I
argue
got
all
this
day.
bag. I'm strolling through this motherfucker with this young Gucci on. This 45-inch hanging on you bitches. Yeah.
All I heard was bitches. What the fuck?
And this thing about it is they've been hating on her for a while, from
And
what
you
it
know
sounds
what's
like.
so scary? You know what's so scary about that, Angel? Is you called yourself my motherfucking friend.
Man, look, sometimes people don't need forgiveness. Some pot people don't.
Ronald Mac, I'm gonna need you to land. All the stories we done just about, I say 60 to 7%. It ain't been nobody that nobody don't know. It's always been somebody close to him, correct?
Exactly.
Go
Yes,
ahead
sir.
and land, Anonymous. I'm done.
No, I was just saying that, you know, people from what was heard, they've been hating on her for since high school. They've been hating on her since high school. And them bullies, they probably thought that, she Shankrilla probably just like me, like to have fun, don't like no conflict. You know, they probably thought that she was soft, man. And then they thought they could just, run it like that. But they didn't went too far.
You ready?
It's great.
Come on. All right, Reese. Huh?
Updates that are, I don't know, guys. Listen,
Okay.
people are wondering why things are going so slow. Now, there was an interview with Sister Tequila actually said that all of the cobble sticks, to her knowledge, are walking around. Now, we can take Dejanay Jackson off the list. There is a warrant out for Dejanay Jackson. She is not on the run. But we all know what's going on. You know my opinion. I think she's on provisional arrest. But even if she's on provisional arrest, that warrant is not on provisional arrest. That warrant is coming down the line. So let's talk about who's remaining. Winter Donovan, Nasir Wiggins, Khalil, and Alyssa Hyatt. Who am I missing? And Malik Dreyer. Let's talk about Nasir and let's talk about Khalil. Why are things taking so long? Why is there not evidence of what the Cabo 5 did since Dejanay Jackson is cooked? You guys, startling new information as to why there might not be evidence. Khalil actually even had the passcode to Shanquilla's phone. Khalil had the passcode to Shanquilla's phone. We also know that Nasir Wiggins, it's odd. He's like this anomaly that keeps coming in and out of the story. The mom said he's clear, but it was revealed through Shanquilla's family that Nasir's actually been friends with Shanquilla for 9 years. He wasn't Dejanay, he wasn't Winter, but he was friends with Shanquilla for 9 years. 9 years. And we're also going to talk about his alibi about the busted lips and how the family just isn't buying it. What's more, we're going to talk about the way, listen, Shanquilla's family, maybe it was a blessing, actually went knocking on Khalil's door. It looked like they had packed up and moved. So even before the FBI opened the investigation, in between them actually getting a hold of the footage and seeing what's happening, and Khalil disappearing and not even showing up to the funeral, and Khalil's family, they went knocking on the door. Not only was Khalil not there, it looked like they had packed up, according to Shanquella's sister. Y'all, let's get into this, and we're going to actually review the whole interview, but let's get into the most shocking claims and what we can actually make of this, okay? Because again, how do we know that some of the Cabo Five, not all of them, but some of them are walking around? Who is that? Alyssa Hyatt, of course, and Nasir Wiggins. Let's focus on Alyssa Hyatt. I'm sure you've actually seen that a news reporter confronted her at her job. That's right. She is still out there walking around. She is still out there working like nothing happened. Now, listen, part of me actually said, okay, let's be real. No charges were filed. She needs to support herself, right? And she has a job to go to. That's a logical part of me. The part of me that is all about no, but you witness somebody's murder. I don't care if it was a crime or not. It was morally repulsive. It was morally repugnant. It was dark-hearted on a level I hope I never encounter on a one-to-one basis with anybody in my life or around the people I love. It seems so morally repugnant and unfair that she gets to go to work, lay up what she wants, plan another trip to Cabo, and nothing's happening. But why is nothing happening? Because everybody's saying when they showed up, where's Shanquella's cell phone, right? And also, where is her luggage? Did they tamper with anything? Well, Shanquella's sister Keila, actually was on the North Carolina beat, and let it be known that Shanquella and Khalil were so tight that he even had the passcode to her cell phone. You guys, the fact that he had this passcode to her cell phone, that means that he had access to her cell phone. What did he erase? What did he tamper with? I'm not talking about when Shanquella tragically lost her life. I'm talking about the way nobody can find a nexus to the fight that happened. It wasn't a fight. Let me stop saying that. The attack that happened, you can't find a nexus between the attack that happened, how it ended up in a death, and also why everybody stayed quiet. However, Shanquella was very good friends with Khalil and with Nasir. We'll talk about this in a second. Everybody keeps talking about what happened that day. The sister believes that Shanquella didn't just die from that video we saw. Now, I do want to say this, right? People have been saying there's a second video. We have not heard hide nor hair of the second video, but that said, the prosecutors aren't telling us anything. So there might be a second video, but the sister just says that she doesn't believe the hits were hard enough. I happen to believe the way she was punching, it was one. That's why they say just don't fight people. Use your words, because even if it's just something as pushing someone back, you never know what's going to happen. They could fall over, hit a table, bust their head open, and now you're sitting in a Mexico jail, just like Dejanay's dumb self. Do you know what I'm saying? But the fact that everybody says, what would possess you in cold blood to get somebody up out of their bed, tell them to square up, and literally proceed to brutally assault them to the point of death while they're naked? Everybody says there might be more to the story. You guys, where's Shanquella's text messages? Who was she texting with? What does her call log say? And for those of you guys that don't know, iMessage, I believe, the messages do not show up in court. All they can tell is who you text, but the actual body of either iMessage, WhatsApp, or Signal, they cannot tell what's in the actual body. They can't unless they see it on the phone, okay? And this is even with a subpoena. That's why they say WhatsApp is secure. iMessage is secure to a certain extent. Signal is secure. As far as the lead up, what text messages did Dejanay get? What calls did she get? Again, it might be nothing, but the fact that somebody that helped Dejanay cover up a murder, allegedly, and get away with it, that same person has access to her phone, y'all. That same person has her passcode. Who knows what he erased? Who knows what he is covering up? Who knows what evidence, because the Mexico authorities let them out of their clutches too soon, right? Who knows what evidence was erased? Now let's talk about this nexus between Khalil and Nasir. You guys also might have heard that Khalil was trying to get a clothing line started or something, had Nasir modeling for it. It was like some boxing short stuff. Any other time, I'd be like, good for those young kids getting money. This time, you're trash. Ew, it's never going to fair. Listen, whatever hopes and dreams those kids have, even if this all goes away, this stench is never going to leave them. Think about it. Would you date one of the Cabo Six? Would you invite one of the Cabo Six over? Would you go on vacation with one of the Cabo Six? Heck no. I don't care if they're found not guilty for the rest of their lives. Their whole lives are tarnished. That's not enough. I understand. We need to see them under. So let's talk about Nasir Wiggins, right? Because we're led to believe that Nasir was Dejanay's friend. He just came at the last minute. Apparently, the reason he was invited is because Shankwella knew him for 9 years and knew Nasir for at least the same amount of time, if not longer. Nasir, Khalil Cooke and Shankwella were good friends. We know that Nasir has even been on vacation with the family. And what's more, Shankwella's family went on vacation with Khalil. But let's get into Nasir, the oddness of it, okay? Now, the sister says that when they got her back, her eyes were swollen, lip was busted. They didn't even know if they could have an open casket with her. Super gruesome. But let's talk about Nasir. We all know his thing that didn't make any sense, that he put Summer Walker on and then rubbed Shankwella's head and turned it to the side and put it back down. We all know that's BS, because if your friend is hungover, sick, forget about sick alcohol poisoning. You are not putting any Summer Walker on. They don't have the flu. They don't have the cold. So already it's looking a little strange. Nasir's mother said he was cleared by FBI, right? The family says FBI didn't tell them anything. So Nasir's mom is making up things. There's no way he could possibly be cleared. Now, again, maybe the FBI told him he was clear, or maybe he's operating as an informant. But let's take a step back. What could he inform on if he didn't know anything? Think about it. Your friend of 9 years comes. So it's not like he's just coming in and he's like, who's this girl on the bed? What? Yo, I'm trying to go outside and party. Look at Nasir's Instagram live. And look how cavalier it was, the way he was talking about, like, yo, I'm getting there. I ain't even get to spend time at the villa. I ain't get time to do this. I ain't got time to do that. And this is about a girl that you've been friends with, not a casual friend, but a girl you've been friends with for 9 years. Nasir nor his family showed up at Shankwella's funeral. Even when they got back, Nasir's known her for 9 years. He didn't even pick up the phone and call a family. Y'all, I'm telling you, that link between Nasir, the link between Khalil, and the way they're both being quiet, I 100% believe that Nasir is guilty about orchestrating that whole fight for whatever reason. Again, this is just me speculating. But that's the only way I can tell that a person that has been on vacation with your family and broken and had a passcode through your phone would stay quiet. Why else would he protect Dejanay if not for the fact that he was covering up, not for Dejanay, right? But he was covering up for himself. Now, why would Nasir cover up for Dejanay? Let's think about it. Nasir and Khalil are tight. Yeah, he's known Shankwella for 9 years. And if it was just Dejanay versus Shankwella, maybe you would have been like, I'm staying quiet. However, your good buddy Khalil is somehow implicated. Khalil can't talk because Dejanay, right? And somehow, like, he's somehow tied to it. He's somehow orchestrated. He somehow feels like he was responsible for what happened. So he's covering up for himself. And Nasir comes and he's covering up, not for Dejanay, but for Khalil. However, that's why I think he didn't talk in the first place, right? Let's get into more things, right? Another thing with Khalil, they're saying that they actually went around to Khalil's house, what sister said, that they actually went around Khalil's house to go ask questions. And I don't know if it was the sister or if it was just some family, but she said the family went around to Khalil's house to ask questions, more information about what happened, because they couldn't believe it, right? Let's not forget that Khalil was there the whole time, in my opinion, gathering information. He only bought, according to the sister, Dejanay and Winter around one day because the family was like, well, where were all the girls on the trip? Was Shanquella just on that trip with all boys? Where are the girls? He brought the girls around one time, right? Everybody else ghostly silent, not any words of condolence, not nothing. Brought the girls around one time. The rest of the time, he started bringing his mom around, and he was sitting there sweating bullets, doing whatever. They said when they found out the whole story behind what happened in the tape and the autopsy, they went around to Nasir, Khalil's door, and was knocking on the door. And they said not only did anybody answer, they said it looked like the whole, whoever lived in the house from his mommy on, had packed up and moved. They can't find him anywhere, and they can't even find the family or anything in that house. Okay. Why do I say this, right? Why do I say this? You know, everybody keeps saying we need to be quiet, and not y'all, but I'm just saying, like, and this isn't just this investigation, this is in criminal investigations. Everybody's saying, oh my God, y'all need to be quiet and just let the people do their job and blah, 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 blah. You guys, we saw from the news thing that Alyssa's out. We saw Nasir. Does it sound like this investigation is going the way it should? Does it sound like they are bringing charges against? Does it sound like that there is any real movement? You guys, justice has not been rendered at all. We need to keep our foot on the neck. I know there's a lot going on. I know there's a Meg Thee Stallion. I know, listen, I cover mess for a living. I know things are going on, but we need to keep our foot on their necks. Tag the FBI, tag the president, tag the Department of State. Don't listen to people when they tell you it's not going to make a difference. All right, well, if it's not going to make a difference, it only took me a second. Tag, 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 tag. Wake up in the morning while you're brushing your teeth. What's up, Kamala? What's up, Joe Biden? Tag the the Attorney General of Los Cabos. Tag the president of Mexico. Y'all think that doesn't make a difference because they always try to make it seem like words don't mean anything. You need connection. That's not true. If enough people raise their voices up, they can be heard. Let's get into some other things that the sister said. One, the Instagram. A lot of people have been saying, oh my God, it's on the mom's Instagram that nobody's been arrested and blah, 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 blah. Listen, whatever you hear on that Instagram, it is a lie. They said that Instagram that we see, I think now that Instagram has 35K followers, right? Salmonera Robinson. That is not the mom's Insta. Her Insta is actually set on private. Her Insta is set on private, the mom's. So anything you see from that mom's Instagram account is set on private, right? Now, also, oddly enough, the North Carolina Beat, YouTube, Black Twitter, not in that order, right? They're the ones that broke this story, the North Carolina Beat. Yeah, they're the ones that broke this story, then Twitter, and then it made its way over to YouTube. You guys, do you know how powerful a voice is, your voice is? The fact that the sister actually gave Gerald from the North Carolina Beat his props, right? And literally said that the news station wouldn't even let them say the names of the accused or show their photos. I repeat, the mainstream media wouldn't even let them, right? And I don't mean to, do this shit for the mainstream media, because Dateline and Nancy Grace, they highlighted and lifted Shanquella's up, and a lot of mainstream media lifted it up, okay? This is about uplifting Shanquella. But my point of the matter is, if you look at it from this way, the mainstream media that everybody is looking to save back, was everybody looking to be like, oh, be quiet, just let them do their thing. In the beginning, they wouldn't even let them say their names or show the photos. It's not until Gerald leaked it, and then Twitter grabbed it, and then YouTube leaked it, that the mainstream media felt comfortable in saying, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll show people's pictures too, right? Because they didn't want to get sued. They didn't want to do this. I understand that. But my reason for saying this is, and I'm sure you'll guess, I say all this to say, you guys, your voices are powerful. What you know is powerful. Experts are great. But don't think just because you might have put two and two together, that somebody else put two to two together. At the end of the day, no matter how many degrees, diplomas, or whatever we have, we are all human. We all have our blind spots, and there are things that can be slipped under. There's an FBI tip line. If you know something, right? Not if you know something. If you think you have something that will help the investigation, call the FBI tip line. That's what it's for. Things are not moving fast enough, and we are serving no one, especially Shanquilla's memory, by sitting on our hands being like, so what you guys find out? If you know something, please call that FBI hotline. And just know that we wouldn't even know who the names and photos were if it wasn't for the streets, if it wasn't for social media, if it wasn't for Gerald and Twitter, then YouTube, and then Insta and everything, amplifying these voices. Voices mean a difference. Listen, also, they don't, again, the family doesn't have a clue what's going on because the investigators are not sharing anything with them. We've talked about why they're not doing it. It's not because they don't trust the family or care. It's because that is just standard procedure. I think at this point, we can stop looking to the family for answers, because when they know something, they will tell us something. I think right now what the family needs all of us to do is amplify their voices and literally write your congressman, write your senator. You don't want to sit there and write a letter, right? Like your name is Dear Snoopy, or you're writing Charlie Brown Christmas list. Tag them on Twitter. Next time you're bored, tag them on Twitter, tag them on Insta. Under a Shanquilla post, you see this, you see this. I'm telling y'all, it makes a difference, and don't let anybody tell you what it didn't. I know it actually scares me. That's why I'm making this. It scares me so much that the spotlight from Shanquilla is moving. We just had Twitch, God rest his soul, pass away. We just have Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, and what's going to happen with that? There's so much new stuff to happen. Right? The Shanquilla thing, and I just don't want this to go under, because even when I look on YouTube, I see less and less and less people talking about it and things moving on. On Twitter, I see less and less and less people talking about it and things moving on. This is a critical time. We need to stand, even if it is just watching, if it's not my YouTube channel, reading a Twitter thread, watching a Shanquilla video. Do you not think that when these big mainstream media go to make the videos, to do a segment on Shanquilla, they don't go and see what the streets are talking about? You really think that they're not being like, okay, so what's everybody talking about? Look on Twitter. Oh, look, Shanquilla's trending. Look on YouTube. Oh my God, this is all over YouTube. Look on Instagram. That's how they decide what to put on the segments. If we keep this hot, even if you don't want to tag, even if you don't have time to tag, just watching a video, anybody's video, will do something to keep her name out of there, keep it up there. What else? Let's see. There's a few other things. We know Alyssa's still working. They want questions. Again, the sickness and depravity that came from Nasir, a friend of 9 years, and also Khalil. They talk about them actually talking about, we got a body, Adi, right? And the sister said she thinks that's just something the young kids say, but they both agreed that it's so odd saying we got another body, Adi, first dead body. They think it's so odd that happened. And then she shows up dead the next morning. Again, we got to ask why no one talked, why no one's parents talk. And it's not because they're scared. It's not because it's scared. It's because they know something. They know something, and they know they did wrong. Listen, there's been no contact at all. Let's stop looking to the family for answers. When the family knows something, they will say something. I think right now the best thing we can do with the family, she expressed a lot of pain in the fact that people are doubting their pain, doubting what they're doing. Listen, I don't know anybody on this channel is doing this, because baby, 100% we're just trying to elevate. And I don't think anybody will be sick enough to question how somebody grieves over something that, no matter who you are, will rock you to your core. There's certain things in life that you don't have to guess. How do you think they feel? Certain things, I don't even want to say them because they're so horrible, but there's certain things in life that you're like, how do they feel? I don't know. There's certain things in life But certain things like this, that experience, you don't have to guess. It don't matter who you are. Even if you have a heart of stone, you are rocked to your core. We know Shanquella was loved by her mom, her dad, her sisters. We know from the bottom of her heart she was loved. Again, the family is overwhelmed with support, but they are very, very hurt by what has been said on the internet, the way people have been accusing them of doing like just like nonsense, like horrible things, but just nonsensical. Why aren't you crying so much? How come you're not this? How come you're not that? You guys, I listen, I will say, and I never asked you guys to do anything, but I think right now, just like Shanquilla and her memory needs to be protected and amplified, I think the family needs to be protected and amplified. Again, if you see somebody saying something or doing something, either ignore it or actually directly confront them. The family also needs to be helped because they are fighting also a spiritual battle. And I'm sure even though they are stoic and was raised to be like, when it's time to go to war, you go to war. You cry at night in your bed, but you don't let anybody else because you are literally going to war. I think it's a good thing if we hold the family up and actually defend them online if we see people saying really, really messed up things about them. But I know everybody can do what they want to do. But anyway, you guys, I just want to bring you up to date on what's being said, how, as sad as it seems, Khalil having her phone might have actually deleted some key evidence, and how we have to keep doing the good fight and know that this fight for justice is far from over. Everybody's saying, let's just sit back and let them do what they do. No, because right now, according to Shanquella's sister, with that Cabo 5 that's remaining, at least 2 of them, the authorities aren't doing anything. Let's keep tagging, keep doing what we have, and move forward. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
Do they play on Candy Crush? Man, that shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you got this shit. Like, when is this? I wish I was at that school, but I would have beat his ass, man. I swear to God, bro. Cause just, if I
Yeah,
was at the school, I would have beat the shit out that nigga.
I think they need their ass beat everywhere they go.
Irritating as fuck.
They need their ass beat everywhere they go. Everywhere. Fuck that. They need their ass beat everywhere they go. You know, this is a lesson that that's the only way they're gonna learn this lesson. They need their ass beat everywhere they go. You know what I'm saying?
What it say? Everywhere you go.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Traditional justice, it seems to not just be working at this point. Like, we need to go ahead and just,
Handle
somebody.
it.
See, my whole thing is you're not about to be just walking comfortable after just killing my family. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm gonna raise hell. You're not gonna live peacefully ever in your motherfucking life. If I gotta stalk you from state to state, house to house, this is the fuck I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna make sure you get your ass whipped, like she said, every fucking time. Since they don't want to do nothing about it, we gonna have to give y'all our own justice. Like
That's
I
what
don't know
they're
how.
doing.
I don't know how they
That's how
do it.
it seems like that's how it's gonna go. And it seems to me this is what is wanted. That's the way they're acting. Let us do it. Let us handle our shit. And I'm like, at this point, why not?
Take your
This and
waters back there.
this and future
Take your
future
water back
this.
there.
You know what I'm saying? If this is how it's
Yeah, it
gonna
is.
go, the
Go
time
back there. Get
some
off the
fucked up
couch.
shit goes down, we might as well take care of ourselves. And I know people are like,
Here,
I
Jay.
don't,
That's Jay's
I
move.
don't care.
You want to sit across her next time? Get out her chair. She already chose her seat. Shit. That crybaby shit.
Look, mom.
You gonna stay home. That's what you
I'm
gonna do.
on TV.
Now that's TV. But yeah, I don't know how the fuck they sitting here just running around here untouched. And now I don't feel like them people that jumped them did enough. Y'all need to go harder. Oh yeah, this look nice. Oh yeah.
I'm confused. It's like,
Beyonce.
What you confused on?
how come it ain't been handled yet?
Man, you gotta think, right? People keep putting it on the treaty. I'm like, what the fuck do the treaty?
No, not that way.
America and Mexico got something to do with the justice. I'm like, man, it's I mean, you can't get over or under the fact this is some bullshit. If
Man,
this is a
I'm talking
Caucasian,
about how come it hasn't been handled on the street.
look at the white man. Look at the white man. The white man that got killed the same week in Cabo, they found his killers.
Of course.
And I'm pretty sure they're prosecuted.
Man, we need to handle our own shit the way
Why
we
is it
handle
that they can't prosecute Dave Meatloaf Jackson? The
because
fuck?
there's too many higher ups that's got their hands in it. But now that's known. I'm sorry. I know families that'll hunt motherfuckers down. That's why I'm surprised.
Maybe they ain't like
I'm
that.
surprised. I'm not saying the thought ain't crossed their mind, but the way things are looking, it might cross their mind more. Let's handle this shit. Make sure he get his ass beat everywhere he go. Everywhere they go. Niggas sitting up there getting in their car to go to work, they get hammered. Niggas sitting up on the schoolyard, chilling, watching kids, they get handled. Somebody running up on them. They need to get handled. They need their ass paddled. You know,
Facts.
dead men
And,
don't
and
learn
not
no
just
lesson.
paddled.
But you
They need
understand what
their
I'm
ass
saying?
whooped.
Yes, they
Like
need
I'm
it
talking
with
about
anger.
beat down in the prison if a man touched a kid type shit. That's the type of shit they need. That same
Yeah.
fucking treatment.
Yep.
Put their ass on a boat, drop their ass off in Mexico, and tell them they did it. Watch the Mexicans go to work on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
They committed a crime in your country and got away with it. You don't think the Mexicans?
No, we don't provoke violence, but at the same time, them people
No,
need to
we
get
gonna provoke
handled.
it because you went to their country and you thought that you was gonna kill it. This is the way I see it. If this was my child, y'all went to their fucking country. Y'all thought y'all was gonna kill my motherfucking kid, and y'all was gonna go to the next country. And what do Mexicans do when they come here? They come here to seek refuge, right? And they be mad as hell when the motherfuckers send them back. So y'all did the opposite. Y'all came to their country, did what they can't even come over here and do, and went back home. And you don't think these motherfuckers gonna feel no type of way about that?
Well,
So you thought you could just come to my country and you could just murder somebody and you just gonna go back home like nothing happened? But when we come out there and we do shit, we get sent home and we gotta go to this prison system. Oh hell no, hell no.
If they do get their hands on them, they're gonna make examples out their ass.
Yeah, they better put Lexus. Her ass needs to go too. But they gonna put their ass on a motherfucking what is that shit called? They put they self, the low fly list, no Mexico list. Yeah, that's one place y'all can't go.
That ain't doing nothing. They need to ask
And
for
then you know
whoever.
how many Americans be in Mexico? You know how many Americans go to Mexico? They see y'all asses. Oh yeah. Y'all don't want to go there. I'm not putting that scary shit on this TV. What the hell's wrong with it? You want to watch it too?
It's spooky season.
Which one of these fucking things that bit me?
Let's get into this content, man. Y'all know what it is. The Gangland.
From the moment we enter this world, we are writing our own book. A book that has no set ending. A book where any and every experience could alter your path. As we live and learn, the things that were once complicated become understandable. Bad choices become a blueprint of what not to do, while good choices become the foundation for a great future. As we live, we are writing the pages to our life story, hoping that the ending will be satisfying. But until the final pages are written, it's no more than a mystery. And while we wish we could control the ending, it's others who will ultimately write the final pages. But what happens when the final pages are blank and the ending to your story remains a mystery? Located in the southeastern part of Arkansas lies a city called Hot Springs, a place that's known for its beautiful scenery. It offers ancient thermal springs, mountain views, and abundant hiking trails. Hot Springs is a place that has had its fair share of visitors. For years and years, people have flocked to the Hot Springs area for vacationing or just to enjoy the scene. It's been visited by the likes of celebrities and even mobsters, with notorious gangster Al Capone making Hot Springs, Arkansas his #1 getaway. Hot Springs is and will always be a tourist attraction, but if you go beyond the thermal springs and even further than the mountain view, you will find a collection of people who choose to call Hot Springs home. April 9th, 1999. The world would make way for Shaquilla Watts. She would be born in Hot Springs, Arkansas to a mother, Leather Ann Watts, but would be predominantly raised by her uncle and his wife. From a young age, she's described as someone were nowhere to be found. And with this totally being out of her character, the family would begin to worry. So her sister would leave the funeral in order to go to her new apartment just to check on her. Upon arriving at the apartment complex, her sister would notice Shaquilla's car inside of the park of his mother. Notorious gangster Al Capone making Hot Springs, Arkansas his #1 getaway. Hot Springs is and will always be a tourist attraction, but if you go beyond the thermal springs and even further than the mountain view, you will find a collection of people who choose to call Hot Springs home. April 9th, 1999. The world would make way for Shaquilla Watts. She would be born in Hot Springs, Arkansas to a mother, Leather Ann Watts, but would be predominantly raised by her uncle and his wife. From a young age, she's described as someone who was always smiling and also possessed the ability to place a smile on your face. She would be raised in a Christian household, so she would also know the importance of helping others, which molded her into the person she became. She's described as someone who was loving, caring, giving, thoughtful, and compassionate, but most of all, she was selfless. Hot Springs, Arkansas is the place where she was born, and also raised. She would also receive her education in this area. When Shaquila was 16 years old, she would bring another life into this world, a son, someone that she dubbed her little twin. December 2nd, 2015. The world would make way for Xavion Watts. When Xavion was brought into this world, the life of Shaquila Watts would shift. She would now be a teenage mother responsible for a young child. From the moment she gazed into her baby boy's eyes, everything changed. Everything about her life became about him. Realizing that she now had someone to take care of made her a better person, and she strived to be the best version of herself so she could offer the best life possible for her child. Although Shaquila Watts was a young mother, she didn't allow that to be an excuse not to achieve her goals. Even after giving birth, she would complete her education at high school, graduating from the Hot Springs World Class High School in the year of 2017. After graduation, she would work odd jobs to take care of her son. Now, around this time, her and the father of her child were on good terms. But like they say, all good things must come to an end, and she would hit a bump in the road in this relationship, and they would ultimately separate. From the testimony of others, after their separation, the father really wasn't around much. Xavion Watts would then become in the total care of his mother, and she was doing a darn good job raising him. He's described as a child who was extremely lovable. He was well-mannered, and even at a very young age knew how to conduct himself around adults, because Shaquila was instilling in him the same values that she was raised with, and she was raising a gentleman, and in her eyes, anything outside of that wasn't an option for her son. By the year of 2020, Shaquila Watts would be 21 years old, and a very driven soul. Around this time, she would be a certified nurse assistant. However, she had plans to go even better. She wanted to be a registered nurse, so she was attending school to achieve that. But outside of attending school and raising her son, she was also working 3 separate jobs. Yes, 3. With everything that she had going on in this period of time, she earned the title Supermom, because that's exactly what she was. She was doing everything she could to provide the best life possible for her son, who at this moment of time was about to turn 5 years old on December 2nd of 2020. That day would come, and they would celebrate as normal. Now, by the year of 2020, Shaquila Watts' baby father had come back around, and he was trying to mend the relationship with her and his son. But him coming back around didn't equal to them being back together, because at this moment of time, Shaquila Watts did have a boyfriend. At this moment of time, everything seemed to be going right for Shaquila. In fact, she had just moved into a new apartment, and she was getting closer and closer to achieving her goal to become a registered nurse. In the month of December, Shaquila Watts' family would be hit with a tragedy. They would lose a loved one, and a funeral would be planned. So they would make preparations to bury their loved one and set a date for this to occur on December 29th, 2020. Family and friends would gather inside of a church to mourn the loss of their loved one. But as they begin to look around, they notice that one particular face is missing from this setting. While at the funeral, the family would notice that Shaquila Watts and her 5-year-old son were nowhere to be found. And with this totally being out of her character, the family would begin to worry. So her sister would leave the funeral in order to go to her new apartment just to check on her. Upon arriving at the apartment complex, her sister would notice Shaquila's car inside of the parking lot. But what she saw inside of the car made her immediately suspicious. Upon looking inside of her sister's car, she noticed that Shaquila's wallet was still inside. So an anxious sister would walk to her doorstep and begin to knock on the door, but no one answers. It is at this moment that Shaquila's sister knows something isn't right here. So her sister Angela would immediately contact the authorities in order to perform a wellness check. The police are then called to the scene and they gain entry into the home. But when they get inside of the home, it wasn't what everyone was hoping for. Inside of the home, they would discover the bodies of 21-year-old Shaquila Watts and 5-year-old Xavion Watts. At first glimpse of the scene, it became apparent that the two victims died from gunshot wounds. They would process the scene and analyze it further, and then ship the bodies to the coroner's office in order to perform autopsies. But although they knew how they most likely died, the autopsy has the final word, so they would wait on the results.
Police say a mother and her 5-year-old son were found dead inside their apartment yesterday afternoon. Our Jay-Bird joins us live from the scene with more on where the investigation stands at this hour. Jay.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees? If so,
Yeah, Kevin, as you mentioned, it was about 1:30 yesterday afternoon that authorities were called out here to the Pebble Creek Place apartment complex. You can't see a lot of them, but there's a few extra buildings here. It's right on the intersection of West St. Louis and Wynn here in Hot Springs. And like you said, that is where they found 21-year-old Shaquila Watts and her 5-year-old son, Xavion, dead. Now, Hot Springs police do not currently have a suspect at this point, and they are continuing to interview witnesses around the scene. Now, police have ruled this is a homicide, and because there was a child involved, it does sting just a little more for them, but it also does ramp up the sense of urgency in the department.
When the autopsy was concluded, it would ultimately be decided that they did in fact both die due to gunshot wounds. But upon analyzing them even further, the medical examiner would come to discover that their bodies had been there for at least 2 days, meaning although they were found on the 29th, they most likely died on the 27th. Now that the authorities know exactly how and when it happened, the next question to answer is why. Upon analyzing the new apartment of Shaquila Watts, the police would discover that there was no forced entry, which means whoever did this to her, she most likely knew them and let them inside of the home. On top of there being no forced entry, Shaquila Watts had just moved inside of that apartment, and her family testifies that only a small number of people knew where she lived. And with these details being the case, it makes it most likely that someone close to her did this. In the beginning of the investigation, the police would do the normal procedures, begin talking to friends, family, co-workers, trying to find any shred of evidence as to what happened to her. In a small place like Hot Springs, rumors began to fly, and the finger started to point. People began to allege that maybe her baby father had something to do with it. And if it wasn't him, maybe it was the new boyfriend. Now, as I mentioned, around the time of Shaquila's death, her baby father had just entered back into her life. He was estranged for a while, but at that moment of time, she did have a boyfriend. And to complicate things even further, the relationship that she had with her then boyfriend wasn't exactly great, because the family testifies they had a lot of issues. And with that being the case, the baby father entering back into her life was a cocktail made for disaster. Because while I did mention that she had a new boyfriend, he wasn't exactly new. You see, he stepped in from day one after the birth of her son, and he helped raise them. If you couple that with the fact that the biological father has now stepped back into the picture, well, that could cause a lot of friction. And in some people's eyes, they might view that as a motive because this type of situation isn't anything new. People lose their lives over jealous altercations on a daily basis. But although this seemed to be the rumor around town, the police couldn't find any evidence to substantiate this claim. They would begin to work the case of Shaquila Watts and 5-year-old Xavion Watts. But time would quickly begin to elapse. And as the days and months began to go by, the family was no closer to getting the answers of what truly happened to their loved ones. A full year would elapse, and then another year, and the police still had no one in custody. And this case would be officially labeled a cold case, at least inside of the public eye. Because if you ask the Hot Springs authorities, they say that it's not cold. In fact, the Hot Springs Police Department procedures began talking to friends, family, co-workers, trying to find any shred of evidence as to what happened to her. In a small place like Hot Springs, rumors began to fly, and the finger started to point. People began to allege that maybe her baby father had something to do with it. And if it wasn't him, maybe it was the new boyfriend. Now, as I mentioned, around the time of Shaquila's death, her baby father had just entered back into her life. He was estranged for a while, but at that moment of time, she did have a boyfriend. And to complicate things even further, the relationship that she had with her then boyfriend wasn't exactly great because the family testifies they had a lot of issues. And with that being the case, the baby father entering back into her life was a cocktail made for disaster. Because while I did mention that she had a new boyfriend, he wasn't exactly new. You see, he stepped in from day one after the birth of her son, and he helped raise them. If you couple that with the fact that the biological father has now stepped back into the picture, well, that could cause a lot of friction. And in some people's eyes, they might view that as a motive because this type of situation isn't anything new. People lose their lives over jealous altercations on a daily basis. But although this seemed to be the rumor around town, the police couldn't find any evidence to substantiate this claim. They would begin to work the case of Shaquila Watts and 5-year-old Xavion Watts. But time would quickly begin to elapse. And as the days and months began to go by, the family was no closer to getting the answers of what truly happened to their loved ones. A full year would elapse, and then another year, and the police still had no one in custody. And this case would be officially labeled a cold case, at least inside of the public eye. Because if you ask the Hot Springs authorities, they say that it's not cold. In fact, the Hot Springs Police Department says they have leads, but they're not sharing them with the public in fear of giving out too much information. But although they weren't giving out information, they would release a statement saying that they did in fact collect fingerprint and DNA evidence at the scene. But to complicate things even further, DNA evidence in this situation couldn't exactly rule out the boyfriend or the baby father. Because they were both known associates of Shaquila, their DNA is bound to be all over that home, as well as their fingerprints. So in their case, fingerprints and DNA would not be enough to obtain a warrant. And this is the reason why none of them can be ruled out 100%. But I would like to also specify that just because their situation is a common motive for other murders, that doesn't make them guilty. While investigating this case, the authorities would, in fact, collect the data from Shaquila's cell phone. While analyzing her cell phone, they were looking through her contacts and jotting down notes of any and everyone she was speaking with before her untimely death. And while the detectives presiding over her case didn't mention anyone by name in particular, they did say that a couple of those leads led them out of town. They would release a statement saying that it is very important to track down every lead and turn every corner while investigating a case. And while they do take what the public is saying in seriousness, they don't want to get tunnel vision and go after just one guy. The year is now 2023, and there's been no new information in regards to the deaths of Shaquila Watts and Xavion Watts. Their case is still an active investigation, and the authorities aren't releasing much. But somewhere, someone knows something, and I really hope you come forward with the information. If you have any information in regards to the case of 21-year-old Shaquila Watts and 5-year-old Xavion Watts, please contact the Hot Springs authorities. Shaquila's family is laying in wait and hoping for answers. Any type of information, even if you feel like it's a small detail, might be very detrimental, and I urge you to come forward. Again, everything about this case points to the fact that Shaquila knew whoever did this to her. There was no forced entry. She had just moved inside of that apartment with a small number of people knowing where she lived. But even with that being the case, it doesn't rule out the fact that this could have been a random act. Again, Hot Springs, Arkansas is a known tourist attraction, and thousands of people visit that place every year. So in this situation, the possibilities are endless. Again, if you have any information, please come forward. From the moment we enter this world, we are writing our own book. A book that has no set ending. A book where any and every experience could alter your path. As we live and learn, the things that were once complicated become understandable. Bad choices become a blueprint of what not to do, while good choices become the foundation for a great future. As we live, we are writing the pages to our life story, hoping that the ending will be satisfying. But until the final pages are written, it's no more than a mystery. And while we wish we could control the ending, it's others who will ultimately write the final pages. But what happens when the final pages are blank and the ending to your story remains a mystery? Rest in peace, Shaquila Watts and Xavion Watts. Thank you for being a light for others. I truly hope you receive the justice you guys deserve.
Keep it quilted.
Yeah, I don't see how Randall would pick to go in that apartment too. Like,
Right.
that's just crazy, man. We gonna hop in the clubhouse, man. We about to talk about that story, along with this fool, Khalil, in that goddamn school, and along with Tamia Taylor. Tap in, man. We about to drop the link. Everybody, welcome. Black CEO gang, y'all welcome. Shout out Black CEO. Tap in, man. Hit me on Instagram, whatever, man. Pop out to the clubhouse. We about to get in there till later on. We gonna go live later on tonight for Gangland at the Dark. We got some shit for Gangland at the Dark tonight. We got some shit for Gangland at the Dark tonight. Yeah. So yeah, y'all tap in, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Slap that notification bell. Did I drop the link to the clubhouse? Yeah. Hit that link. The conversation don't stop here. We don't just leave y'all stuck here on YouTube. Come in the clubhouse, man. Get you some good game, some free game, and some good vibes. Man, it's Gangland. I'll see y'all in a minute. Y'all have a good one, man, on this good Saturday.
You gotta play that jump back right.
Tryna make bitch. Benz up. Northwest shit. Up toast, talk shit, and we swallow spit. You niggas fool. Thought y'all was solid. Ain't that about a bitch drip sauce? Mix the Louis with the off-white. You niggas hoes. Game goofy, nowhere boss like. VV's on my chest, Jubilee on my left wrist, and white and blue. B-22s off my checklist. Ride around with 7.6 tools, bitch, we reckless. 30 plus shots if you reach at this necklace. TVC, blast first gang, bitch, we wreck shit. Currency, watch it stack it up like it's Tetris. White on white whips, and I still got the Lexus. Step foot in front of this AR, that's a death wish. It's funny games, so them hollow tips in this funny bone. We sitting with a long ass face, I guess it's money gone. Drop low on 2 niggas, that shit had me up. Since you niggas pocket, watch you go ahead, add me up. Smack.
We ain't into that. You niggas ain't got a bag. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. That bitch don't fuck it over. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas ain't on the block. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas don't turn no blocks. We ain't into that. It ain't no plan, both sides. That's what the suckers do. I feel the fans been watching close. I gotta stick and move. Glizzy with a drum, thumbing through blues just when these bitches choosing. They trying to catch me to wet me. That's why I'm sticking moving. Bitch, I'm a thug that hold the grass, so I can't cease to shooting. 100 to the jeweler, 30 on my wrist freezing. I'm overlapping niggas quick, it ain't no competition. Bitches feeling bitter, cause I'm popping and on that nigga. Let it fall back, and I'ma rob one of these rapping niggas. The shooters off of E, bounce out and get the gas and niggas. Talk about 100, I'll spit it twice cause the bag right. Do it for my section, trying to get a set some limelight. Killers on level 4 with no parole, that's facing double life. Broke it out, the bitch was in the bricks when I was selling white. Killers on level 4 with no parole, that's facing double life. Broke it out, the bitch was in the bricks when I was selling white. His hands up. We ain't into that. You niggas ain't got a bag. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. That bitch don't fuck it over. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas ain't on the block. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas don't turn no blocks. We ain't into that.
Niggas know me, been off the points is like back when. Gang in the field, bitch, we be something like the Pac-10.
Gangland, we around this motherfucker, man.
Make, bitch, stand on that. To the head, I'll show a nigga's feelings. My 9th and Wood nigga, up the street from the village.
We ain't into that. You niggas don't turn no blocks. We ain't into that.
Make sure you put him down, never leave him with it. No love for the suckers, never on forgetting. Stomp down on these niggas, cause niggas is big. Ooh, about to blow something. Man got the stick, about to hold something.
Ooh, y'all know what it is. It's Gangland TV. Sit there and live. Hit the like button. Don't be boosty. And subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell, man. That shit easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Subscribing. That's free as fuck. Hit the notification bell. That's free as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That shit's free.
Gang in the field, bitch, we be something like the Pac-10.